Hey guys, this is Tyler with Tyler Dragon Tarot. So we're gonna do a video on do you really want your ex back today? And so we're gonna start with the water signs, but as always in these videos, I put the time stamps in the description, and also I like to put out there that for my videos at least, I put out the intention that your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars could all resonate. I've had videos where my Mars sign's the one that resonates. So I just want to put that out there. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into the water signs at this point. So water signs, when I got into your energy, there was just this whole like, you were supposed to miss me thing going on, right? So with this Queen of Wands, Six of Swords, and Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles in this deck, I guess. Either way, there's just this whole like, you're having trouble moving on because they don't miss you. You're like, okay, but like, I did everything. Like, why don't you miss me? Like, I'm so, like, there's this real like, you were supposed to miss me. You were supposed to be like, you were supposed to regret losing me over everything I did. Like, was I not that great? Like people can't move on. There's really that element to it. I don't know if you're just really prideful or if there's also this element of like, I also heard like it was supposed to be forever. So what happened to that? So if you just feel like there's false promises, but we're going to draw more into that. With the Queen of Wands there, you could have been dealing with an Aries, or you could have Aries in your chart. But let's go ahead and pause and let me get some more cards. So I was like, why do you feel so out of control? What's all this going on? You got the Ten of Swords. So let's just talk about the Ten of Swords real quick. Like, I just feel like you're really at a loss and you're just like, how do I feel? How did I feel? Like, you're questioning everything. Like, just because it didn't work out now, just because in the now you're not together, doesn't mean you need to question their motives, your motives, how you felt. Because, like, with this Six of Coins and this Three of Cups, like, you keep thinking, like, maybe you thought I kept giving and giving and giving. Well, the scales in the Six of Coins, they're even, okay? And sometimes one person gives and the other person receives, and the receiver is appreciative. And I just feel like this is appreciation here. And there was celebration, there was friendship, there was harmony in this relationship. Sometimes things just don't work out. And with this Temperance here, that could be a Sagittarius, by the way, but Temperance is just like, okay, let's take time to heal. Let's not put up these walls. Let's not put the blame on other people. It kind of just is what it is. It was what it was, and now it is what it is. You know what I mean? At the time, it was something great. You know, you guys had this great connection, and sometimes connections just, they don't last. Some things are built to last for a small time, and they serve that purpose. So, okay, so yeah, that makes me want to ask, what purpose did this relationship serve? Because it wasn't a lifelong relationship purpose. So that led me into my next question. Cool. So I'm going to draw some cards for that, because it's like, what? So if this wasn't your lifelong romantic love, why did it come into your life? And I feel like the energy of this is you're spiraling, wondering, okay, well, why? Why wouldn't you come back? Like, we were meant to be, like, you know. So if it wasn't meant to be for a long time, why at all, right? So I'll draw some cards for that. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. We got the Page of Cups reversed. I don't always take reversals, but it just really felt like it needed to be reversed. Two of Cups. We got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a Jupiter card, I believe. So that could be Pisces or Sagittarius. We got the Three of Coins. We got the Three of Swords. We got the Devil, which is Capricorn. We got the Page of Pentacles. We got the Star, which is Aquarius, and we have the Ace of Swords. So basically, this is just like a reminder that the initial love offer, the initial love message, like you're not gonna know what it's gonna bring. Like you're not gonna know that you're soulmates from day one. Like it may feel amazing, and you may want to go see where it goes and just follow it, and that's okay. But like it's still cloudy. You don't know where this wheel's going, right? There's clouds all around it. So just because someone likes you, because there's an offer, because things are said, doesn't always mean. Sorry, I'm getting some real Knight of Cups energy off of this. So it's like just because they say it doesn't mean they mean it, you know? And with these two cards, the 2 threes, I just get this whole like, you had an intuitive feeling about them, right? You were hesitant to reach out to them. But with this Star, they were just so damn shiny. They said the right things. Like, this Ace of Swords should really be reversed because it's just like you had no clarity in this situation. Like, that Star was just so damn blinding that every message you got, like, trying to get a sign, it's like they were like, okay, this is a toxic relationship. This isn't good for you. Like, you feel really comfortable in this relationship that makes you feel like shit, that makes you worry, that makes you hesitant, that you don't completely feel comfortable in, but they're shiny. Like, they're shiny, though. They exuded something that blinded you to all their red flags. You were like, red flags? There were red flags? What? Like, I didn't see any red flags. Where were they? Okay, think back. Think back. There were red flags from the start. Why do you think you had this hesitation? You had this hesitation and you didn't listen to your intuition. You had it and you didn't listen because they met some standard of yours. Like, this Star, I just see it blinding her. Like, that one good quality, that one thing they said, that one thing they did, it just overruled everything else, and you went into complete fantasy land, and you were like, there were no red flags. What the hell are you talking about? That is what happened. So, I forgot what I was drawing this for, to be honest. So, I think we're just going to go ahead and get to the advice part of this. I just got like, I think I felt like that was cleared. Like, okay, that's done. Like, you can stop now. Like, because it just felt like, okay, we're going to go ahead and put up all these cards now. To me, I don't know if that makes sense to everybody. Like, I don't have to record this. So I don't know if I said it in the beginning. I feel like I missed it. So I'm going to do advice by sign. So we're going to do Cancer first. Cancer, I don't think it gets any more cut and dry for you. So you literally got the Death card. Let it go. Like, time for a new chapter. You got the Two of Wands. So with that card, it's like, okay, what do you want to do? What are your goals? It's time to put a little energy into you. And with that King of Cups, basically not really letting the energy, or not letting your emotions get the best of you, being in control of that, being kind and sympathetic, because like, okay, yes, you're in pain, and it's really easy in a breakup to be like, you wronged me. You know, it's really easy, but the other person is just as hurt sometimes. You know, a lot of people don't show it, but even the prideful ones, when they find someone that they can trust and confide in, they're still crying. They're still not getting over it, but they won't show it. They won't show it. So just because they don't show it or they act like they don't care doesn't mean they don't. Okay? So just keep in mind, They may not be showing it. Maybe they got over it faster, but like it was painful. Like if you guys really meant that much to each other, like it was not an easy decision. And just keep that in mind, you know. And there was also this element of not letting the pettiness come out, but there's also this whole don't let them, your ex, hold you back from getting into your best life, achieving these goals, whatever you are. It's time for your next cycle, basically. So next we're going to get into Scorpio. So Scorpio, you got the Five of Swords, you got the Seven of Cups, and you got the Knight of Swords. So basically this is control your impulses, Scorpio. Do you really want them back? There's this element of like, can you trust them? Somebody betrayed somebody. Was it you or was it them? Like, there's this whole betrayal, sense of distrust. Like, what is going on? And it's like you're drowning in your emotions here and your sorrows. And like, do you really want them back, or do you just want to know what the hell happened? Right? Do you really want them back, or do you just really want to know what the hell happened? With this Seven of Cups, it's like, is that really the option you want to go out after? Because like, you have multiple things in your head of what maybe you want to do, either multiple things in your head or multiple offers on the table. Like you have many directions you can go, right? Is that really the best choice for you? And with this Nine of Cups, like, or Nine of Swords, not Nine of Cups. Which is funny I said Nine of Cups because that's a Scorpio card. Anyway, with the Knight of... Oh, Cancer, if you're watching still, sorry, Scorpio. I forgot to say that Death and King of Cups on the board, like Death was Scorpio, Cancer was Pisces. Forgot to say that. But anyway, so Knight of Swords, I should say that, right? Yeah, that's Aquarius for, you could have been dealing with an Aquarius. But anyway, Scorpio, back to you. Let's not be impulsive, like maybe you have good intentions with this. Maybe you just want to figure out what's going on. Maybe you think you have good intentions. Maybe you think jumping back into their arms is what's good for you, what's good for the relationship and everything. But is it really? Is it really? Why is there this sense of distrust and like not really having the best loyalty? You know what I mean? Like, is that on you? Is that on them? I don't know. But either way, is that really what you want? Because it doesn't really feel like it is. It feels like you're just impulsively wanting to jump back into their arms. And that may be a decision that you regret later on because of these two beginning cards. So now we're going to go ahead and get on to Pisces. Drew a few extra cards for Pisces. Feel special. But you got the Eight of Wands. You got Justice Reversed, which is Libra, by the way. You got Magician, which is a Mercury card, so that could be Gemini or Virgo. You got the Queen of Swords, another Libra card, and you got the Ten of Wands. So basically, you're just all like, I thought we were in sync. I thought everything was going smoothly. I thought we were opening up. I thought things were working out. But what the hell happened? Apparently, I was wrong. It wasn't really fair. It wasn't, just all this stuff going on. So as far as, do you really want your ex back? No, you don't. With this Magician, what are you truly manifesting? What do you really want? You want truth and clarity. You want truth and clarity because this was a heavy ass burden on you. You don't really want your ex back. Okay, what you want is the truth. That's what you want. You want closure. And hopefully this reading helped you because I tried to get some closure for you in this reading. Hopefully it helped you with that. But anyway, we are going to move on to the fire signs. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys for being here, and have a good day. Okay, so we're about to start the fire signs, but before I draw a card for the situation, I just want to say happy birthday to all my Aries out there. Okay, fire signs, so you got the Seven of Coins, my bad. The Knight of Swords, the Ace of Coins, and the Queen of Swords. So basically, I just see this whole situation. Oh, by the way, Aquarius and Libra are on the board. Also earth energy, but you know. So 7 of coins, I just see like you enjoying the fruits of your labor in this relationship. Like you two seemed like you were really growing. And like there was just this promise. There was this promise. And maybe it was moving really fast. Maybe it was a little impulsive. Um, maybe there was some fighting because that Knight of Swords has impulsivity to it. Maybe you just said things and because you know that's a fire sign trait. Let's not lie. Sometimes you say things, you hurt feelings, and you're like, "Oh, oops, my bad." But but with the Queen of Swords, it's just like, okay, and what happened to like? I thought we were getting somewhere. I thought this was about to really turn up into something. I just heard up crank up the heat. I thought we were really cranking up the heat here. I didn't think we were just gonna extinguish it. Like what happened? And there's just this real like need for clarity here. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just hearing I felt like getting into the energy, that's why you saw me put the hands down. So the message I heard, and this is probably how you feel, could be you, could be the other person. It's just like you really lit my fire and you kept it going, but then it's just like you dropped it. What happened? And I think that's the clarity that you're seeking. So we're going to take this reading from there. So what happened? Why did the effort stop? Okay, this part kind of gets a little sad, but you have the Hierophant and the King of Swords here. There could have been a Taurus or a Gemini, or these placements I've been saying so far also could just be in your chart. All the air signs and Taurus are on here so far. Ace of Pentacles is also just Earth energy in general, but so we got the King of Swords, we got the Four of Cups, we have the Five of Coins, we have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Hierophant. People say it different ways. I don't care. Whatever. So anyway, I may be saying it wrong, but man. So let's get into it. So basically, what I'm getting at is like conversations that may not have needed to be fights turned into fights, or there's just this sense of like trying to have this conversation. Maybe one of you would get mad, maybe both of you would get mad, and you just really didn't have a good way of communicating because one of you would get really upset, and no matter what the other person did to try to make it up to you, or you make it up to them, like it just kind of, I feel like this is mutual. Like when this happened, you both just ended up feeling out in the cold because it's like one person would be like, well, why would they say that to me? And then they just ignore all these attempts to make up and reconcile. But the person trying to reconcile would be like, why are you ignoring my attempts to reconcile? What do I need to do? So no matter how much you opened up, no matter how much you tried to understand each other's perspective, you kept kind of going back into the me state of mind, like just being like, what am I doing wrong? What did I do wrong? Why do they treat me like that? And it just never really led to an understanding of each other, not really having the best communication, and just never seeing eye to eye, always fighting, one person getting hurt, both feeling out in the cold, maybe both of you feeling hurt, especially with both of you feeling out in the cold, because I really feel like that out in the cold is mutual. Like I said, one person got their feelings hurt, the other person is just like, okay, trying to make it up, trying to be like, I'm sorry, I didn't, that's, oh, just, I'm sorry, you know. And then it's, yeah. What else is there to say on that? I feel like there's more cards to draw before the advice, but I'm not sure what the question is, to be honest. So we're just going to draw some cards. The fire signs, why are you so closed off? Why are you so like on guard? Why are you so, you're so defensive, right? That like you don't really have the best appreciation. You kind of have trust issues when someone presents you like this happiness, And it's just like, I think the sensitive one may have been you, just based on this. And even if you're a fire sign with another fire sign, and or look, it could have been the air sign because they were on this, but fire signs on here. There's Taurus. The energy could always be reversed, but even if you were with a water sign who are known for being sensitive, even if you were with another fire sign, because I'm telling you guys that, you know, you were being, it's not bad to be sensitive, it's that you were being so defensive that you weren't really seeing the intentions. You were just, it's like you were ready to fight. You were just like blocked off. You were so guarded that you were just ready to swing at anything, right? So like you would second guess nice intentions. You would be like, oh, you're gonna give me that? Like, instead of just appreciating it, you would be like, that's weird. Like, why are you being nice? Like, oh, you want to offer this? So this part, like, I wasn't going to get an advice yet, but maybe this is just general advice for all of you. Needing to shift the mindset, having this full energy again, that's another Aquarius card again, by the way, because it's Uranus or Uranus, or I feel like it's still Uranus, and people just don't want people to make those astrologers don't want people to make ass jokes. So I get so annoyed because I just hear like Uranus, Uranus, and it's like, pick a fucking name. Sorry, thank you for letting me get on my soapbox for a minute, but that planet really annoys me. Like, it's so rebellious that even the name has to be rebellious. But a little astrology joke if you get it. But anyway, thank you for letting me rant for a second. That just annoys me. But anyway, so basically it's just about needing to change your mindset, trusting again, and just trusting that you'll be okay if like these bad things happen, because there's good and bad in the world. Just going forward, having that passion in your mind and your heart again, trying to explore, and just being like, okay, well, if that's a bad situation, remove myself from it, and let's go to where the sun is shining, where I feel good. Let's go to those situations where I have hope, and where I just feel good again, instead of like walking on eggshells around every situation, trying to discover if it's good or bad. Just like go in it, have fun, experience your life. Let yourself feel the joy, let yourself feel the appreciation for those around you, because like it felt like this was genuine. There was a lot of genuine offers here, and this could be on both sides. This could be on the other end, but there's trust issues on here somewhere, right? And if they're yours, own it. Own it and take that advice. Take that advice of, it's time. You don't have to jump completely. Maybe baby step. Go just try to have a little fun and try not to worry about what people are thinking, because let's face it, fire signs I don't know a lot of Sagittarius, so maybe they don't suffer from this so much, but I know for a fact Aries and Leo really want outside validation. That is kind of a fire sign thing. I think other signs do it too, but I really see it in Aries and Leo. Sag may be that way, but like I said, I don't really know a lot of Sagittarius, which is sad, but it is what it is. Anyway, so we're going to start getting into advice for the individual signs, and we're going to start with Aries. Okay, so before I get too far into the advice, strength is on the board, which is Leo. Judgment is Scorpio. Specifically, judgment is Pluto, but that's Scorpio. So we have the Six of Coins, we have strength. This is Aries advice, by the way. I think I said that, but Nine of Wands, the Eight of Coins, and the Judgment card. So basically, this is about controlling being in control, basically, like knowing that maybe you gave a lot, but was it appreciated? You know, it probably was. And even if not, you know, just if you feel drained giving to somebody, they don't appreciate it, don't give to them, basically. Like, don't put out that effort for someone who's just gonna drain you dry. Like, don't do it. You know, you don't have to let out that beast. You know, you can be in control of this. You don't have to let it defeat you. Like, you are in control of your world. You know, don't let other people influence it, basically. Like, you have all the tools you need. You've put in the work. Like, you know what you need to do to be successful, basically, is what I'm getting from this. You know what you appreciate. You know what you bring to the table, or at least you should. You really should. Because it's like, I just see this being like paying attention to detail. Like, you bring a lot to the table. You should be appreciated. And with this judgment card, there's good and bad in everyone, right? There's good and bad in all situations. There's good and bad in you. There's good and bad in me. There's good and bad in everybody. And, you know, it just is what it is. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you like the situation? Do you not like it? Does it drain you more than it should? Is it something that you should be in? If not, don't be in it, right? It's time, like, I feel like this is kind of a do what's best for you type of situation. If it's not really vibing with you, don't try to force it to vibe. Don't be like, okay, but I could see it vibing. It vibed once. Well, if it doesn't vibe anymore, it doesn't vibe anymore. You know, not to say that things can't have off days, but like if it consistently doesn't vibe anymore, then it doesn't vibe anymore. It doesn't work. Okay, so, oh, this was supposed to be, do you really want your ex back? So, with that advice in mind, I would say that's kind of up to you. Does it vibe? Does it vibe? If not, no. No. Is it draining you? If it drains you, no. No, you don't really want your ex back. Okay? You just don't. Like, what do you want? Basically, what do you want to do? What are your goals? Are things that I see in this. It's time for you to decide for yourself. Don't be influenced by others. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into the Leo's advice. Okay, Leo, for your advice, you have the not Ten of Cups, Ten of Coins. Interesting that I wanted to say Ten of Cups. Anyway, Six of Wands. You have the Seven of Swords. You have the Page of Cups. That's water energy. Doesn't have to be, it kind of flows with the message, but it is water energy. You got the Eight of Swords, and you have the Four of Swords. So basically, you're still either watching your ex, and it makes you happy to see them still. They may still be in your life somehow, or you're fondly remembering times with them. And you just kind of look at them, and you're just like, man, like, times were really good with them. Like, you really look back on that relationship with appreciation. This is why the question is in your head. Do you want them back? But then there's this whole, like, these two kind of came out together, and it's weird. There's this whole betrayal, like, can you really trust them thing? But then there's also this Page of Cups, and it's like you just felt really lucky to have them, and, like, so with that Seven of Swords, because that came out with the Page of Cups, it makes me question, do you feel betrayed by them, or do you question if you betrayed yourself in this situation, if you betrayed them? The betrayal is definitely there, but why is it there? Like, do you feel like you messed it up with this whole, like, looking back with appreciation thing? Or do you feel betrayed by them? With this being general, it could definitely go both ways. There could be people who feel like they messed it up and they're giving themselves a hard time, especially with this yellow being like solar plexus. It could be affecting your confidence. You may need to do some solar plexus meditation, but wondering if you messed it up, or some of you may be putting all the blame on them. But then you also think about how wonderful this relationship was. Like it felt like a blessing with that Page of Cups. So it's just kind of like, do you want them back? Do you want them back? Well, with this Eight of Swords, you're never really gonna know. I feel like I can't tell. I feel like it's really funny how this reading came out with this Page of Swords and Four of Swords, because it's like I can't even tell a Leo, do you want your ex back or not, based on this. It's like Leos know, like Leo's gonna know. They ain't gonna listen to me anyway, so best I can do is give them the best advice I can, right? Let's face it, fixed signs are stubborn. Like Leos, y'all are besties. I'm just like giving you little jabs here. But like Leos, y'all are besties. Like I'm not coming at you too hard, like, but it's true, and you know it's true. Like you guys are stubborn. Like I'm a little stubborn myself, but whatever. So basically with this Eight of Swords, it's just like you're gonna know once you kind of get out of the situation of, okay, I feel guilt, but they're so wonderful. I feel guilt. They're so wonderful. Once you get out of this and clear your head and just, I dropped the Four of Swords. Once you can clear your head and just rest and relax and not feel so much guilt or anger or towards this situation, depending on what end of the spectrum you're on, because you definitely appreciate it. There's definitely appreciation here, and you definitely look back with like love in this situation. But once you can clear your head a little more, the decision's going to be easier for you, and you're going to know. You will know. Yeah, I feel like it's just this like, once you finally release all these burdens, the fear, the anxiety, like the fear of abandonment from them again, the fear of it not working out, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of being betrayed, and whatever that fear is that's in here, once you release yourself from that and just be willing to accept whatever happened, just, yeah, there's just this acceptance to it. Once that happens, once you can put your mind at ease in this situation, you will know. You will know for sure, do you want them back? Is it worth it? Like what? And some of you may want it back because I see some of you just putting in more work and just like really knowing like, yes, this is my person. I'm going to go back for them. Like it was supposed to be, and we separated because we needed to heal. Sometimes that happens. Okay, sometimes that happens, but sometimes for the rest of you, an X is an X for a reason, and you're just going to be like, look, I appreciate the relationship, but it ended for a reason, right? It just ended for a reason. Okay, so we are going to go into Sagittarius now. Oh my God, Sag, I did 2 cards for you. I do not need any more. Like, I don't even know if Sagittarius is really here for this advice. Like, maybe you're still trying to figure out how you feel, but you got 2 10s. The cycle's done, right? You got 2. I shouldn't be laughing because some of you guys may actually be hurting and wondering, like, if it is. But with this 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, like, it is a burden on you. It, like, mentally, physically, like, you're just like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. You have nothing left to give in this situation. You have nothing left to give. Maybe you're still trying to figure out, like, what happened, why it happened, what was the reasoning behind it, and all that. It may still be affecting you in that type of sense, like mentally, but you have no resources left to give. You have no more fucks to give. You have no more energy to give. It's too much of a burden. You're done. You do not want your ex back. Okay? You may want some closure. You may want to know some things just for your sanity, but you're done. You are done. So anyway, we're going to go on to Earth signs. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Not gonna lie, Earth signs, you're breaking my heart a little bit. Like, getting into your energy, I just heard, when did loving me become such a burden to you? And that's kind of with this Ten of Wands, it's just kind of like, yeah, there's that burden part of it. And with this Seven of Coins, it's just kind of like, okay, let me draw these out real quick. The moon is here, which is a Pisces card, but the moon also rules Cancer, so I like to say that, I don't know why they assigned it to Pisces, but it can also be Cancer, just for me. But the Page of Wands reversed, that is, that's fire energy. So it could have been a fire sign as well. Did I show you all the cards? Ten of Cups reversed. I showed you the Page of Wands reversed. Showed you the Ten of Wands. Okay, let's get into the reading. So basically, it feels like you guys finally got to a more comfortable state of being together. Like, it wasn't new anymore. And then it's just like, okay, why did you resist this? Why were you just wanting, like, why did it become such a burden to be in this, like, more committed relationship? Why did it become such a burden? I'm hearing this could be on either side. So, like, maybe you're wondering what happened to you, why it became such a burden on you, because initially you did want it. Like, you were excited to get to this, but then it's just like lost passion, lost intimacy, and you're just like, what happened? What happened? So either way, like, this is a general reading, so it can go either way, but it's just like, I'm going to assume that you're wondering why the other person lost interest, just to be able to move forward. But just know that it can go either way if you're wondering why you lost interest. This is a general reading, so take it as it resonates. I usually don't show the shuffling, so let me pause. I haven't got any cards out yet, but like, I'm sitting here shuffling, trying to get the deck ready to get into the energy, asking, okay, why was the love lost, right? And it's just like the passion was lost. It got boring. Like, once the initial, there was something about once the initial romance was gone, it's just, there wasn't enough there, basically. But I'm going to draw cards for it. Okay, so I ended up taking some reversals again. So, with the Queen of Wands reversed and the Star reversed, you could have been dealing with an Aries or Aquarius. So, we also have the Two of Coins reversed. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Nine of Wands. So, I think you found this person in a dark time in their life, or they found you in a dark time in their life, and it kind of became a little obsessive. Like, you were kind of a light in their darkness, right? As cheesy as that sounds, like, you were making them feel better. You were giving them hope. You made them feel, I don't know if whole again is right. I'm also hearing like a person again, like maybe just pulling them out of a little bit of a depression. But they were feeling battered and defeated, and you helped treat some of their wounds, right? So you were very important to them. And there was appreciation there. They had fun being with you. They did, but it's like once they got their feet on the ground, because that's really what I'm seeing on this, like that foot touching that ground. Once they got their feet back on the ground and they felt more in control, I just see all this darkness from the Star clearing out, and then they're just like, now it's like they can focus on other things and they want to explore other things. Like, you're not, you lost, God, I hate saying it this way, because it's not you, it's just, it's like you're a doctor and they went to a hospital, right? Like, you healed them, so they had a lot of appreciation. That was their focal point. But now that they're healed, they can focus on other things, and they want to focus on other things, right? I don't know if that analogy helps at all, but like you were very important for the time in which you were in their life. But now it's like they needed you for healing, basically. God, I don't like saying it, but it is what it is. That's really what's coming across. And you're wanting to know why. You're wanting to know. So as soon as some of this darkness cleared up, they're just like, kind of want to go explore other things now. Like, now that I feel better, like, it's just, they saw other opportunities, they saw other options, and it may have been impulsive on their end, but basically they just didn't value as much once the darkness was cleared. Your value was when the darkness was there and you were all they can focus on. To them, that's how they felt. That's how they felt. I want to clarify that. That is how they felt. And that also could have been how you felt if the energy was reversed. So now the question is, do I feel like getting into the advice or do I feel like pulling more cards? Because I'm not sure. I'm going to go to my handy dandy pendulum real quick. As you can see, there's answers on it. I think it showed that reverse, but whatever. So show me yes, show me no, show me maybe, show me rephrase. Okay, pendulum. Do I need to pull any more before advice? Okay, it says no. So we're just going to go ahead and get into advice for each sign of their signs. I don't know if I said that out. I was doing it that way in the beginning, but I'm going to do the advice individually. So we're going to start off with Capricorn first. Okay, Capricorn, so you got King Emperor, Aries energy. You got the Seven of Swords reversed. You have the King of Pentacles, Virgo energy. You have the Ace of Cups, water energy in general. Three of Cups, and you have the Knight of Cups reversed, Scorpio energy. Basically, you want someone who's not just going to say something, they're going to back it up. You don't want that fuck boy, fuck girl energy, the ones that are smooth talkers, and just say whatever they want. Like, you kind of have more experience now. Like, this has helped you see really what you want, and it's just, I think this has helped you see through people, or it should. Like, this is, I don't know if you're seeing this as a learning experience or if you should see it as a learning experience, but it's like, okay, there's something about this betrayal reverse. Like, I don't want to be betrayed. Like, I don't want that. And it's like, I feel like the warning signs were there and you didn't see it. Like, you want to be appreciated, you want to be loved, and it's like, you put in a lot of hard work for people. Capricorns are very giving. I don't think they get enough appreciation for that. Like, they may not be the most emotionally expressive, but they take care of the people they like. They take care of the people they care for. You know what I mean? They take care of the people they love. So you deserve to be appreciated for that. You deserve some honesty. You deserve someone to give back to you. You deserve to be in a situation where you feel happy, you feel celebrated, you feel connected to the other person. And it's not just a bunch of like, it's not just someone saying shit they don't mean. You know what I mean? It's not just that fuck boy, fuck girl energy. So as far as I can tell on this, no. This has been a learning experience for you. You don't want them back. We're going to get into Taurus now. Taurus. So you got the Magician here. That's Mercury energy, so Gemini, Virgo. Could be in your chart, could be in there. Chariot, that is Cancer energy. We got the Three of Swords. We have the Eight of Swords reversed. The Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy, and the Nine of Coins. So basically what I'm getting from this is you're trying to manifest like the best outcome from you, and you're wondering what what is the best direction for you? You just want to be confident in the path you're walking, basically. You just want to know, okay, but what is the best path? What is the best path? Okay, Taurus, what is the best path for you? Let go of your ex. Move on. You don't want them back. Like, you were happy with them. You were. But now you're hurt. And it's time to let go of that pain. And I know it's so much easier said than done, but it's like, let go of that pain, find new interests, travel, you know. With that temperance card, you could even get spiritual. Just do things for you, have fun, and just heal yourself. Sorry, I was distracted because, like, I have a friend that's a Taurus with a Sagittarius moon that may watch this, and I try not to do that, but it's just like thinking about that component. It's just like, okay, stop ignoring your feelings. Like, it's okay to miss them. What's not okay is to just kill yourself, drain yourself, thinking about, okay, the what ifs. Like, what if I did this? What if I did that? You did fine. Sometimes shit just doesn't work out for a reason, right? And I know I brought up my friend, but this applies to you too. This applies because I want to keep this general. I think my friend just come up just to think of the emotional aspect. Like, sometimes you gotta think about your needs. Think about your needs. Were they being met? You know, how do you meet your own needs? Go meet your own needs. Have fun, and stop. There's just stop stalking your ex. Stop thinking about them. Just stop it. Just bad. You know what I mean? Just stop it. Let go of them. Stop thinking about what they're doing. Stop hoping they'll come back. Stop going to tarot readings that go like, oh, your ex is coming back. Like, I know they're out there. I know there's so many of them that are like, oh, they're your twin flame. Like, they just need to figure their shit out. No, that's just keeping you in a toxic mindset. All that shit does is, every ex cannot be a twin flame, okay? Like, there's too many damn readers going, oh, they're your twin flame. They just need to figure their shit out, and you're going to have this reunion. Like, that's not that common of an occurrence. Okay, it's just not. I'm sorry. It just isn't. Sometimes people are just shitty and things don't need to work out. Okay, they need to get out of your life for a reason, and stop hoping they'll come back. Stop hoping they're your twin flame. Like, sorry, I feel like I kind of went in on you, but there's this whole, they broke your heart. Stop hoping they'll come back and put the pieces together. Put it together yourself. Do things for you. Put that love into you. Focus on you. Okay? And eventually the right one will come along. But you gotta stop hoping that someone else is gonna put your pieces together. Okay? Ooh. So, sorry, Taurus. I know earth signs can sometimes get a little uncomfortable with fire signs being like, rawr. But hopefully the advice was still solid and you enjoyed it, or at least helped. You may not have enjoyed it because who enjoys getting called out? But anyway, let's go to Virgo. Thank you guys again. Virgo, you got a lot of reversals. The Devil, you could have Capricorn in your chart. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Two of Cups reversed. 10 of Coins reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Earth energy. 3 of Wands. Basically what this is saying to me is you feel so attached to whatever this relationship is. Well, it's an X. We're doing X reading. Sorry, I'm in a general mindset, so I'm like, this could be anything. No, we're saying, do you want your ex back? This is someone who just kept pulling you back in, and you just feel so attached to it. You just keep wanting to make it work. And there's a lot of promises that keep being said, like, oh, we're going to make it work this time. We agree, right? And, like, there's not a true agreement because it's like a lot of things are said, but are they really meant? Like, that future never really gets worked on, never really gets planned out, never really happens. And all these things that are said, all these promises, all the future things that just look like they're going to happen just never really fucking do, right? So, this Three of Wands, take your time, heal, because there's a lot of water here, but there's also the sun coming up. It's a new day. You need new, basically. So there's a lot of emotions to sort through, and that's okay. Take your time. Sorry, loud motorcycle. That may or may not disturb the sound. Okay, it's gone. So there may be a lot of things to sort through, and that is okay. That's okay. For you to have to take your time and sort through everything until you feel better, you take your time. Healing is individual. It takes different people, different amount of times. You take as long as you need. But it does just seem like, no, you don't want your ex. Go to the new. Go to the new. There's just this poison that keeps drawing you in. It's like an addiction. And you're just like, oh, I just want another hit. And no, it's not good for you. Like, it never works out the way they say it's going to, or the way you both agreed that it's going to. Like, we're going to do it different this time. No, it just doesn't. It never does. Okay, with all that heaviness said, now we're going to get into, last but not least, air signs. So, interesting energy for air signs. So, just getting into the signs real quick. We got the Lovers, King of Wands, and Death. So, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. We got the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Coins reverse. Ten of Pentacles. So basically what I'm getting out of this is, even though you two kind of had two different visions for the future, you thought you could still work together. You thought, like, you could still build each other's visions. Maybe there was some compromise, but you both compromised and you thought we were good. Like, with this Lovers card, I really don't feel like the compromises were anything that you felt like were too much of a burden on you. So you're kind of like, were they too much on you? Did you feel like you gave up too much? Because I thought we were good. Like, I really thought we were on point, and then it's just like, it just didn't work out. So I could also see this as like you all of a sudden losing feeling and just going into like a selfish mode and being like wondering what happened. You thought it was good, but with this Lovers card, it's just like there was just this real attraction to this person, this magnetism that kept you there. Like, you wanted to be there. Like, it was you and them, and you were in awe, and it was a very special relationship. So anyway, let's draw some cards for what exactly happened, because this Death card really feels like the feelings were just lost and then went into a selfish energy no matter what side it was on. So like, it just had to end because I had to care more for the self. And maybe those compromises seemed small but ended up being too much. But I'm still going to draw cards. Yeah, so be it you or the other person, this is the explanation of why the feelings were lost and why somebody just went into selfishness. I don't really see it as bad, to be honest. It's just, I think, like I said, the compromises were just a little too much for one, possibly both of you. But we got the Seven of Cups. We got Judgment, Pluto energy, which is Scorpio again. We got the Ace of Cups reversed. We got the Ace of Coins. And we got the Page of Cups. This Page of Cups So water or earth energy as well. But this Page of Cups is just kind of like, to me, that message from that is just like, okay, look, I know I'm being selfish, and this is just kind of what I needed to do. I needed to find my happiness, and like, I needed to be able to pursue my options. I needed to really see what I wanted to do in life. I needed that freedom to do it, to just really get out there and do my thing and not really feel held back by anything. And that's why I chose that. That's why I just had to let it go. All the things I wanted to give to you, something switched. I just wanted to give it to myself. Like, I was just so at one point, they just, either you or them just got so tired of giving that you or them were overextending. I keep going between you or them, so I really feel like some of you're the one that went selfish. You started taking care of yourself basically because you were overextending too much in the relationship. You compromised too much. Whoever was the one that went selfish, there was too much compromising. And it really feels like it could go either way, which is always fun for a general reading, how it can go either way. So take it how it resonates. Like, if you weren't the one who ended up being like, yeah, I need to get away, I need to do my own thing, then this is what happened with the other person. I think with that Page of Cups, there's still love. It's just like with that Ace of Cups reversed, it wasn't enough to keep compromising everything they wanted to do. They just felt held back. And I'm getting that's how they felt. And maybe part of this was like relationship boundaries they put on themselves, that they didn't really talk to you. Maybe you would have been cool with some things. If they would have talked to you about it, maybe not, but I get this real sense of, I just needed that freedom to go do what I needed, to not answer to anyone, to just not feel bad, to not carry any guilt, to just go and do it, basically. I don't know if that makes you feel better or worse, but that's what it is. And I kind of feel like we're already at the point where it's just, now we just get into the advice portion of it. Like, there's been some where I'm like, I feel like drawing more, but I feel like it's advice time on this one already. So I don't know if I said it in the beginning of the video, but we're doing advice individually by sign. So I'm going to start with Libra. So Libra, you got the Hangman, which is Neptune energy, I believe, which is another ruling planet of Pisces. We got the Page of Swords, which is just air energy. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Hermit, which is Virgo. We have the Tower, which is Mars energy. That could be Scorpio or Aries. So basically what I'm getting off of this is you've really tried considering other perspectives. Like, you really want communication. You just want to know basically what this reading has been about. So hopefully this reading has helped you find closure, because you're just like, how did you just go like so cold? How did it go no emotion? How? And I get this feeling like, was I not enough? Like, did I not do enough? And it's like, okay, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Stop trying to make, like, it's like you're trying to keep the tower from falling, but the tower's there. Like, you're trying to keep you two together. You're trying to make it work. You're trying to get you two back together. But the tower is falling. So as far as, do you really want your ex back? I think you more wanted answers on how things happened that they wanted. But with the Tower and the advice, even if you do want them back, like, it's time to let it fall. It's time to let it go. I hope that this reading helped you get some closure. I know it wasn't the easiest reading, and I know you're kind of like, well, it's not really about you not being enough. It's about I felt like for Libra, you're wondering why they went so cold. They compromised too much. And they just had to go do their own thing. I don't feel like you're the one that compromised, Libra. Like, unless you're wondering why you went so cold. But yeah, hopefully this rating helped you. And we're going to go ahead and get on to Aquarius. Aquarius, I think you're the first person throughout this whole reading. Like, there's been some, like, fill out the vibes, like, halfway advice one. But you're the first person that I think actually wants their ex back. But I also think I'm getting the vibes that you're the person that left, that had to go be selfish, that had to go do the other things. With this Nine of Wands reversed, it's kind of this Star card, which is an Aquarius card. It's like you went and this Three of Wands, it's Three of Wands, Three of Swords, Four of Coins, Seven of Wands, and the Sun reversed. The Sun is a Leo card, but so you could have these in your chart. You could be dealing with them. Don't have to be. You definitely have Aquarius in your chart, but I'm just getting this whole like you went off, you did your thing, and nowhere really felt like home like your ex did. Like you're kind of regretting it now. Like there may have been things that you needed to heal from, that you just kind of needed to get away. You needed to have your own space to get perspective on. And like you're kind of I feel like with that Four of Coins, like usually that's in this deck at least, it's like you need to worry about your impact on other people, like how you've been selfish and everything. And I think that's hitting you. Like why you lost the things you lost, why you're losing your mind here, why everything's just on fire, why isn't everything working? And it's like you've been distracting yourself a lot. You've been trying just not to feel it, but like I said, when you really get down to it, no place feels like home like it did before. There's just nowhere really feels like it did before. So do you really want your ex back? You're kind of, I feel like for you, I'm going to take it another step, because you actually do. And with that Star card, I'm like, okay, are you idolizing them? Are you putting them up on a pedestal because of this whole like nowhere feels like home thing? Or do you for real want them back? So let me draw out a couple more cards. So I was like, okay, so we're going to draw like where this could go. And got the Star, Aquarius again. Got the Queen of Pentacles, that's Capricorn. Devil reverse, also Capricorn. Page of Wands, that's fire energy. Five of Coins, and the Six of Swords. So again, this is a general reading, so I'm just putting it out there. But there's potential here. Like I feel like this is mainly your side, so I drew cards for their side, but it's like you actually appreciate them better. I just saw it kind of really appreciating the small things, really, and realizing how good you had it, and like really wanting to passionately move forward with this. Like you would be really excited to be with him again, and trying to let go of the feelings of the past, of feeling out in the cold, all the toxic behaviors that you guys had in the past, possibly those negative feelings that you had because you just had to go and be free and do your own thing. There's a lot of like trying to move past that type of energy there. So potential here, but there's a lot of problems on their side, because I was like, okay, but how would they feel? Because I don't want to just like, so I have to say, based on their cards, they don't trust you. They don't trust you. So if this is something you actually want to do, work's going to have to be put in. Even then, with these cards on the board, I don't know if it's going to work out. Like, honestly, I just have to say that. I don't know. It feels like something that you would be really excited about. And it felt like the potential was there, but it's not something you're just going to step back into and just be like, oh, it's going to be like it was. Like, it's not going to be like that. It's not. Because with this Ten of Swords, they feel so defeated in this situation. So, like, the cycle's ended. With the Nine of Swords, they're so anxious. Five of Swords, betrayed. Five of Wands, like, they're just ready to fight. They don't trust you. They're just like, oh, we're going to fight. Like, ugh. Page of Pentacles reversed. It's just like, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear excuses. Like, they don't have time for bullshit, so don't come at them. I feel like this is saying, if you even want to remotely come at them, if you even remotely want this to work, you're going to have to put energy into this, and you're going to have to come correct. Because if you, I feel like they can smell your bullshit a mile away now, and they're ready for it. Like, they will kick your ass out with this. So, it really doesn't feel like there was a possibility on that spread, on the one with all this. Like, it feels like you would be very excited. Like, there's potential to move past everything. But they don't trust you. They do not trust you. Like, as far as they can throw you, they do not trust you. And I can't stress that enough, since I gave this whole, like, maybe there's possibility of this working out. If you're going to come correct, come honest, or don't come at all. Because like, with all this on the board, even though there's a possibility, if they smell your bullshit, if you come at them with bullshit, it will not work at all. And of course, you have free will. This is totally up to you if you even want to actually go back to your ex, but this is something where you both need to grow. I mean, you decide you want to be with them, you need to decide, you need to make them feel special, because they feel abandoned. Basically, they don't trust you again. So I feel like I'm just going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to go ahead and give you Aquarians a break on that. So we're going to go ahead and get into Gemini. Aquarius, before you leave, it just popped in my head that if for some reason that you're not the one, like, that really felt like you were the one that ran, that needed to be selfish. If for some reason you're not, don't be afraid to call them out on your bullshit. Okay? Because then you would have been on that side that's defensive. Don't settle for their bullshit. If you can see their bullshit coming, don't settle for that shit. If you want them back, don't settle for it. Because if they're gonna come back and they did this to you, they need to come correct. So anyway, so take it how it resonates. But now I'm actually gonna go to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, you got the Wheel of Fortune. That is Jupiter energy. That could be Pisces or Sagittarius. You could have that in your chart, or you could have been dealing with that. King of Swords reversed. That's Gemini energy. That's you. But always you could have been dealing with that. You got the World. That's Saturn. That's Capricorn and Aquarius. And you got the Sun. Oh, sorry, Strength. Either way, it would be Leo energy, but doesn't have to be any of those signs. Just want to report what I see. Basically, what I'm getting off of this is you're done. You're done with your ex. Like, I don't even know that you need a conversation or anything with this. With that Wheel of Fortune, it's just kind of like you're looking forward to new things that are coming into your life. Like, you're kind of realizing, if you haven't already, you're realizing how much peace you have without them. Like, there was so much arguing. There was so much, like, destruction with them. Like, there wasn't really a peace of mind. Like, it could always switch to anger in just like a blink of an eye. And now you just have peace. You have peace. And maybe that's more of an anxiety type of thing. Like, you're not nervous. You're just like, I don't have the shakes anymore, thinking about what they're doing, what their intentions were, what I did wrong. Like, all these things, like, you guys just didn't mesh well together. And I think you know that and you're realizing that. And if you don't, just think about how much better you feel, how much more calm you feel, how much more peace of mind you have without them in your life. Like, I'm not saying they're a horrible person, because with that world card, there is like a look of appreciation there, but I feel like with this Wheel of Fortune, you're just really looking forward to the future here. You're really looking forward, moving forward with it. And it's like, it is what it is. Maybe it was good, but I feel better without them. So it's time to just move forward. So hopefully this helped you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the reading. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.